Hi, everyone. Welcome to our EYO virtual parents meeting. This virtual parents meeting is for the parents and members of the Etowah Youth Symphony Orchestra and the Etowah Youth Philharmonic Orchestra. If you have a student who is a member of the Etowah String Sinfonia, your parents' meeting will be on Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, which, let me check my calendar because I want to give you the right date, is June 17th. And that is going to be also at 5 p.m. on Wednesday, June 17th. But today's meeting is for parents and students of the Etowah Youth Symphony Orchestra and the Etowah Youth Philharmonic Orchestra. Now, I wanted to let you know that if you look in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, you're going to see a chat box. There is a live chat feature that is enabled for this meeting. And what that's going to do is allow us to take your questions. If you've got questions, you can just type them in and send them to us, and we'll monitor your questions as we go along. So, first of all, let me give you the rundown on what's going on here, and then I'll kind of give you the schedule for the week as it pertains to the summer solstice concert, which is next Sunday. First of all, I want to say that your students are doing an outstanding job handling all of the procedures and protocols that are involved with our rehearsal process. They've done great, and we had no doubt about that, but they've really done great. And this is a tough thing to do because, as you'll see from the live stream broadcast on Sunday, everybody is in a 6-foot by 6-foot box, giving them 36 square feet of their own personal space. And when you spread the orchestra out like that, this takes up a lot of space, and there's a lot of distance between players, and it makes it harder because you're used to having that contact, closer contact to one another as a musician. Strings have stand partners, and in the wind, brass, and percussion section, you're in more close contact generally. So it makes it harder. It makes it a challenge. They have risen to the challenge. I think you're going to be really pleased with what you hear on Sunday. And not only have they risen to the challenge musically, but they've come in every night for every rehearsal and done such a terrific job with all of the protocols and everything we have in place. So we're very proud of the work that they've done. For this week, the schedule for the week, rehearsals, and these are regular rehearsals. Monday, that's tomorrow, June 15th, the Etowah Youth Philharmonic Orchestra will rehearse from 6 to 8 p.m. And then on Tuesday, that will be June the 16th, the Etowah Youth Symphony Orchestra will rehearse from 6 to 8 p.m. And again, these rehearsals are at the Mary G. Hardin Center for Cultural Arts. And the students, as you know, may begin arriving at 5:30, 30 minutes prior to the rehearsal time. Will be dismissed promptly at 8 p.m. and must be out of the building by 8:15 p.m. So that is kind of what we've been doing for the past couple of weeks, and we will continue that schedule. Monday night, Philharmonic, Tuesday night, Symphony. Now, on Saturday, June 20th, we will have the dress rehearsals for our Sunday afternoon live stream concert broadcast. I remind you that dress rehearsals are casual, so the students do not have to come in their concert attire, but they are casual rehearsals. The Saturday dress rehearsal schedule, Etowah Youth Symphony Orchestra, 9 to 11 a.m., Etowah Youth Philharmonic Orchestra, 12 to 2 p.m. So a little more breakdown on this. The building will be open for Symphony members to arrive beginning at 8:30 a.m. on Saturday. Rehearsal for the symphony will start promptly at 9, will run until 11. The students will be dismissed at 11 a.m. and need to be picked up if you are providing transportation for them by 11:15 a.m. For the Philharmonic, we don't want those students to start arriving until 11:30 a.m. So if you have a student who is a member of the Philharmonic, because we have this time, this 1 hour block of time, where we will be dismissing the symphony, cleaning and sanitizing all areas of the rehearsal space, the chairs, the stands, swapping out percussion instruments so we can minimize the amount of shared instruments, and we will have all of the traffic of the symphony students exiting the rehearsal space and the building. We ask that Philharmonic members not arrive until 11:30 a.m. Arrival time for Philharmonic, 11:30. The rehearsal begins promptly at 12 p.m., runs until 2 p.m., and then Philharmonic members will be dismissed, need to be clear by 2:15 p.m., and that's when we will be doing the turnover for the string sinfonia rehearsal, which will occur after that. That is the dress rehearsal schedule for Saturday, June 20th. Again, that is a mandatory dress rehearsal for both ensembles. However, we do understand that in moving the concert date and subsequently the dress rehearsal date, that we could be looking at conflicts. However, we need to know this as soon as possible because we will have to figure out some kind of pass-off system, and we need to have that set up. So by tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., if there is a conflict with the dress rehearsal, we need to hear from you. We need to know. All right, so the concert on Sunday, how is this going to work? We're going to open the Mary G. Hardin Center for Cultural Arts at 1 p.m. for all EYO members. Now, the protocols are going to be the same. When the members of the ensembles arrive, we're going to move the screening table up into the general lobby of the Cultural Arts Center. The Cultural Arts Center is closed to the public that day. The only thing that will be happening in the center will be the live stream EYO performance. So students can arrive between 1 and 1:30. They must be present by 1:30. Please, please, please make sure your student has arrived by 1:30 because by 1:30, as you'll hear in a minute, we have to change gears and move to a different part of the protocol for Sunday. When they come in, they will be screened. We'll ask them the questions. We'll check their temperature. We'll give them the hand sanitizer. And then there will be 3 separate areas in the Cultural Arts Center, one for each performing ensemble. And depending on your student's performing ensemble, they will be directed to one of the 3 areas, the performing, warm-up area for that particular ensemble. Again, we need them there by 1:30 and we need them in their concert attire, and it is a drop-off and pickup system again, 1 to 1:30 on Sunday. So 1:30 call time. The concert will begin at 2 p.m. It's set up like a standard EYO concert in that you'll go from Sinfonia to Philharmonic to Symphony. there won't be the longer intermission. There will be spaces between each ensemble where the staff of the Mary G. Hardin Center for Cultural Arts and the staff of the EYO will be cleaning and sanitizing the spaces. The question is asked, will they need to wear a mask in the staging area for each ensemble? So each staging area is going to be measured out to provide our members with 6 feet of social distancing space. So we're looking for those larger spaces where the ensembles will be. We'll likely be using the exhibit hall, we'll likely be using one of the dance studio areas and the art studio upstairs. We haven't been requiring masks when students come in. We've had many come in with masks. We've had probably just as many come in without masks. We're not going to require masks in the staging areas, but we encourage masks in the staging areas. Obviously that's more difficult for musicians who are warming up, especially if they're wind or brass players. But what you should need to know is that we will do the health screenings, provide the hand sanitizer, and we'll also make sure we have areas that are adequate for social distancing, providing enough space for each member. After the performance is over, we will collect folders, and those folders will be collected back in each ensemble's space. So all of those folders are to be turned in on Sunday following the concert. Gentlemen who have tuxedos from Tuxedo Inn, if you have a tuxedo that you have rented for the season from Tuxedo Inn, your tuxedo needs to go back to Tuxedo Inn the week of the 22nd of June. Please, please, please make sure you have it back to Tuxedo Inn by June 26th. Equipment. We will not be moving any equipment following the performance on Sunday, the live stream. The primary reason for that is the fact that at this point in time, we don't know where rehearsals for the fall are going to be held. It is a distinct possibility that our rehearsals in the fall, when we come back in August, will continue to be held at the Mary G. Hardin Center for Cultural Arts to provide for the spacing necessary for social distancing. As such, we've talked with Tom Banks, the executive director of the Center for Cultural Arts. We are cleared to have our fall rehearsals in that space, and we also are cleared to keep our equipment there. There may be some equipment, smaller items that the EYO staff moves during the following week. However, we will not be making a big equipment move. The concert itself will be over by 4 p.m. at the latest. When the concert is finished, we will dismiss ensembles in groups from the holding areas, warm-up areas that they will be in, starting with the Sinfonia, then the Philharmonic, then the Symphony, which will have performed last, and as such will be just getting back to get their equipment and everything out of their staging holding area. Please be prepared to begin picking up your students at 4 p.m. We will notify you if that's going to happen earlier. Obviously, we hope you'll all be watching the live stream, and so when the Symphony portion of the program concludes, that's when you can begin picking up your students, and we will begin that process. Obviously, if you're here, you're aware of the YouTube address for the EYO channel, and we encourage you to share that. We encourage you to share the Facebook event for this concert. We do have posters that are available that we will be sending home with students this week to promote the concert. And so we encourage you to help us get the word out via social media, email, however you would like to do that about the performance, and share the YouTube address. Let's see. Please don't park in the Cultural Arts Center's, the Mary G. Hardin Center's parking lot. The reason we're asking you to not park in the Hardin Center parking lot is that we're going to disable the public Wi-Fi for the duration of the live stream. The reason we're doing that is because we don't need to get too many folks on the network there, because it could impact the quality of the live stream broadcast. So we're going to ask you not to park in the CCA lot, because that Wi-Fi, that public Wi-Fi, will be disabled for the duration of the concert to better allow us to get a good feed for the performance itself. We are, however, working on some watch parties. We know that some of you will be dropping students off, and it may be difficult for you to get back home in time to watch the performance, or you may have limited access. So one of the things that we are going to do is we're going to host a watch party at the Music Center at Temple Beth Israel. Now, we're working through the details on this. We need to measure the facility and get some spacing, because we are going to do social distancing. And there we are going to do masks. We are going to do hand sanitizer. Yes, we're going to do the screenings, the temperature screenings, and the health checks, and all of those kind of things as well. But we're going to open the Music Center at 1:30. It will be a ticketed event because there will be a limited number of seats. We're going to utilize both the rehearsal hall and the fellowship hall, the front area and the back area of the Music Center. And you will have a ticket, but it will not be a ticket that you will purchase. It's a free ticket, but still there are going to be a limited number of those tickets. So we will be working with brown paper tickets, and once we figure out capacities, which we will be working on tomorrow, then we'll be able to let you know the information about how you can get a ticket for the live stream at the Music Center. We're working also with a couple of other locations that we have in mind, and we'll keep you updated on that as well. And I apologize. Maddie would like to get in on the parents' meeting, so I'm going to put her up here. There she is. Anyway, so those are things that we are working on. Now, let me talk to senior parents for just a moment. We do have, as we noted in an email that was sent to senior parents, enough space in the recital hall, which is directly across from the community room where the orchestras will be live streaming the performance, and is an open area where you can see what's happening. We do have enough space there to properly socially distance, and we are allowing parents and immediate family members of seniors to attend. And senior parents, you should have received a notification from me via email where I asked you to please tell me the number of seats you would need. We're going to be mapping that out tomorrow as well. If there are additional seats that become available, we will let you know. But if you are a parent of a senior, your arrival time is 1:30 p.m. We need you seated by 1:45 p.m. So senior parents, you may begin arriving at 1:30. You are to be seated by 1:45. We will do the health screenings. Please wear your mask. We will do hand sanitizer, etc. This is an opportunity for the parents of the members of the senior class of the EYO for 2020. We felt that in allowing an audience to come in, that was our top priority. Senior parents, if you have any questions, please feel free to contact us and we will be happy to assist you. There will be a Facebook fundraiser in lieu of ticket sales. Obviously, we're not selling tickets to this concert. Um, the senior parents are not paying for tickets. The watch party tickets at the music center will be free tickets. The watch party tickets at other locations will be free tickets. And there is not a fee for the live stream. We are not going to be a pay-per-view event. So obviously, one of the things that is an issue for us is the ticket revenue. We will be setting up a Facebook fundraiser. Watch for it starting on Friday, that will run the duration of the weekend. And we will be asking for donations in lieu of the ticket sales. And the suggested amounts are $10 for an adult ticket, $5 for a senior ticket, $5 for a student ticket. This is not mandatory. Anybody can tune in and watch the live stream. We're not requiring anyone to have a ticket, but we did want you to know that we would be setting up that Facebook fundraiser. Should you or others wish to make a donation in lieu of the normal ticket sales, we welcome that. Note that we have been cleaning and sanitizing in between every rehearsal. If we do a Monday night rehearsal, the cleaning crew of the Hardin Center shows up on Tuesday morning and cleans and sanitizes. If we do a Tuesday night rehearsal, on Wednesday morning, they do the same thing. And a Thursday afternoon rehearsal for Symphonia, same thing on Friday morning. And we will be cleaning and sanitizing in the same manner in between dress rehearsals and in between performances on Sunday. Also, we will do all of the health screenings, as mentioned earlier, for anybody who will be in that space either Saturday or Sunday. If anybody has any questions at this point regarding the schedule for the week, regarding the dress rehearsal schedule, regarding the concert on Sunday, the procedures, the protocols, cleaning, sanitizing, screening, the Facebook fundraiser, anything like that, just go ahead and type them in the comment box on the live chat. I've got a couple of other things that I'm going to mention while we wait to see if we have any comments or questions coming in. Auditions are still being held this week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, June 16th, 17th, and 18th. Now, clarification, these are not seating auditions. So these are not your auditions for chairs. Those will take place sometime in August. These are the auditions that new members do when they are first accepted into an EYO ensemble. And they are also the auditions that our current members of the Etowah String Sinfonia and the Etowah Youth Philharmonic Orchestra would do if they wish to be promoted up. For example, if a String Sinfonia member wishes to be promoted up into the Philharmonic for next season, this is the time to do that audition. If a Philharmonic member wishes to be promoted up into the Symphony for next season, again, this is the time to do that audition. All of the audition information can be found at www.myeyo.org. And I'll type that into the comments here. www.myeyo.org. And that is the address that you can go to. And once you get there, scroll to the bottom of the page and you will see auditions, and you just click there. All of the information, the music, the registration, all of that is available at that website. We encourage all of our students to look into doing the promotional audition if you're moving up, interested in moving up from Sinfonia to Philharmonic or Philharmonic to Symphony. The more you go through the process, the easier it gets. Honors Night. We will do in-person honors night. It will be held on Tuesday, June 30th at 6 p.m. If the weather is good, cross your fingers, cross your toes, cross your legs, cross your eyes, knock on wood. It will be in the Mort Glosser Amphitheater at 90 Walnut Street in downtown Gadsden. If the weather is questionable, if it looks like we could have rain, depending on what the forecast says, we are prepared to move to 210 at the tracks, which is at 210 Locust Street, also in downtown Gadsden. So let me do this. I'm going to do EYO Honors Night, Tuesday, June 30th, 6 p.m. Mort Blosser Amphitheater or 210 at the tracks. And of course, we will let you know about that. Of course, one thing that will be different this year is we are not doing a dinner or hors d'oeuvres of any kind. So just bear in mind, we are finalizing the details of bring your own kind of picnic meal for the amphitheater and hopefully for 210 at the tracks as well. But as we get more details on that, we're going to work through concert week this week. But as we get more details on that, we're going to let you know. And we'll keep you posted on that. I had a question and I'm making myself a note. Will a recording of the concert be available for purchase? And that is a question that I'm going to have to ask our video production team. Now, since we're doing this on the EYO YouTube channel as a YouTube live event, the concert will be archived on the EYO's YouTube channel. So you'll be able to reference it at any time on the YouTube channel. Will it be available as a recording for purchase? We don't know. But I have made myself a note of that, and we will definitely check into that. Back to Honors Night. Again, we'll keep you informed of the details. We are just pleased that we are going to be able to honor and recognize our students and present our awards in person. And we, of course, will do all of the protocols, but if you've been to the amphitheater, it's a big place and there is plenty of room to spread out and do your social distancing there. So we are excited about that. Any other questions? Concert, rehearsals, dress rehearsal, Facebook fundraiser, anything at all like that? I think the biggest question for us right now is what does the future hold for the 2020-2021 season? Obviously, we're moving forward with our plans. We're doing auditions. We're filling spots. We're hoping for the absolute best, and also we are making our backup plans. As we mentioned earlier, the possibility that rehearsals could still take place at the Hardin Center instead of the Music Center. It's my understanding that sometime in the next 2 weeks, we're going to be hearing from Dr. Mackey. He's going to be telling us what the opening of the 2020-2021 academic year is going to look like for the public schools in Alabama. And then I'm certain that our 3 school systems in the county are each going to have a say as to how they open their systems. That's going to tell us a lot. Unfortunately, right now, we don't have that information. But it's full speed ahead as much as we possibly can at this point in time, and addressing things just as we've addressed them throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, one day at a time, one situation at a time, find the best solution that works for everyone, and move forward. So the program will move forward, and we're anticipating a great 2020-2021 season, just like our 2019-2020 season. It's an unusual ending for it, and but we're glad we're able to put a wrap on it, and we're looking forward to what the future holds for the program. Any questions that I can answer for anyone at this point in time? If you do have questions, please feel free to send them to me via email, via messenger, via Remind. I'll be happy to answer them for you. Otherwise, I want to thank you for tuning in. We look forward to seeing your students this week, and we look forward to seeing you virtually on Sunday for the EYO Summer Solstice Concert. Thanks, and have a great week.